What's happening in the world? Today's May 23rd, 2022. My name is Reagan, and here are your past week's headlines. Last week began with Biden and Jill traveling to Buffalo in wake of the mass shooting there to mourn the victims and talk about how racism is a poison. And then another shooting at a church in California. 5 people died, I think, a Taiwanese congregation. They tackled him and tied him up. Them Taiwanese are no joke. 5 people shot at a flea market in northern Harris County. And Sweden moves to join military alliance NATO along with Finland, which Russia calls a major mistake. NATO keeps practicing military exercises with Sweden and Finland, so they're practically already there. A Miami air traffic controller was killed, 6 people injured after a small plane crashes. And another volatile week on stock market, and a recession is inbound, says Deutsche Bank. Walmart and Target reportings were much lower than expected, and the whole entire market dropped into bear territory by the end of the week. Oh, you little miracles. Shanghai lockdown might end soon. Been on lockdown for 6 weeks there with 25 million people. More wind gusts in New Mexico, and 4 times Formula One champion Sebastian Vettel says climate change makes him question his job as a driver. Yes, it makes me want to question my job as a driver as well. Your victories mean nothing but death and suffering, along with my deliveries. Xi Jinping has a brain aneurysm, apparently. 3 shot and killed in Milwaukee the night before Monday. And scientists use lunar soil to grow plants. They've only been able to seed and sprout a few, but the quest is to, grow corn up there? I don't know. SpaceX landed some more Starlink satellites, and we got to hear what a black hole sounds like. A press briefing on Monday from new press secretary Janine Marie something. I don't know. She says a lot. She says, we need to go here and do this, and Biden's doing his best job. He went to Asia. Just fucking say it. And that was all just Monday. Then the week continued. A presenter on Russia's state-owned Russia One media has threatened that nuclear weapons deployment will be the only option left to Russia after Finland and Sweden join NATO. Saber rattling to the extreme, but they could do it. Let's not underestimate them. Biden approves plan to redeploy U.S. troops to Somalia to fight a terrorist group there, and Tom Cruise charms the Queen at a horse race. The White House on Monday outlined a plan to boost housing availability and lower costs for renters and homeowners, portraying it as a part of a broader effort to combat inflation for Americans. Yes, the administration released a, quote, housing supply action plan that officials said would produce more housing supply, including affordable units in the next 5 years. Yeah, I'll see it when I believe it. Can you also make the crops grow in the West? Russia carried large missile strike on western Ukraine near Poland, and a major drug channel was discovered from Tijuana to California, or was it New Mexico? I forgot. Either way, I probably got some of the drugs in the 2000s. Just saying. Israeli police fired at Palestinians, and apparently cat litter could help climate change. MIT researcher says a compound they created with zeolite and copper breaks down methane in passing air and could slow warming if added to mine vents. It could slow warming. Yes. We're going to slow warming with cat litter. Of course, this is from the Wall Street Journal, so we know where that source is coming from. But wait! A Harris County sheriff officer died last Wednesday after clipping an 18-wheeler. Dangerous out there, man. McDonald's is going to leave Russia? Oh no. And Finnish president says, Russia, you caused this, as they are set to join NATO. Sri Lanka is out of fuel, and Biden says, again, white supremacy must be stamped out. Hundreds of people dying from COVID every day, and House Democrats want to spend $28 billion to help supply baby formula. Right. Recent research from Israeli archaeological dig has proven that modern humans and Neanderthals lived together in the Negev desert some 50,000 years ago. Not only that, but the site they excavated, Bakr Tashit, I don't know, I'm saying that wrong, has now been established as the earliest known migration point from Africa for early Homo sapiens from the Levant. In the mid-Paleolithic era, 250 to 50,000 years ago, two humanoid species lived in the Old World at the same time, Neanderthal man and modern woman, Homo sapiens. Or maybe aliens messed with them both and made us the evil apes so that we destroy this planet so aliens can take over. Who fucking knows? A key climate indicators hit record highs in 2021. Greenhouse gas concentrations, sea level rise, ocean heat, and ocean acidification all set new records last year. Can we get a hoorah? Bing bong, Congress hears a testimony on UFOs for the first time in 50 years. They're real, okay?
Videos of UFOs shown at this congressional hearing Tuesday seem straight out of a science fiction movie.
U.S. Navy personnel recorded what appears to be triangles, some flashing, recorded several years ago, off the coast of the United States.
But Pentagon officials told the committee the danger of unidentified aerial phenomena is very real for military aircraft officials couldn't identify, including this one taken from an F-18 that shows a spherical shape zing past.
And is this one of the phenomena that we can't explain?
I do not have an explanation for what this specific object is.
Some sightings have been reported near military bases.
But we can't explain them, but they're real. And I just loaded up on silver ammo. Not that that's going to have any effect. They have some super alloy metal that can travel through space and time, but at least I'm protected against normies.
Colorado, the shooting was live streamed by a citizen journalist.
Holy
During a 2021 supermarket shooting in Tennessee.
Pennsylvania primary went on. Apparently there's a recount, I guess. And the Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey, the greatest show on earth, returns. Maybe there will be a mass shooting there. North Korea has drug shortages. Oh no. But in America, gun sales tripled since the 2000s. Since 2000. New York City enters a heightened COVID-19 alert.
variants are going to continue to come. It appears as though there's a new norm that is settling in our city, in our countries. Variants are going to come. If every variant that comes, we move into shutdown thoughts, we move through panicking, we're not going to function as a city.
And inflation hits a 40-year high. Aw, Taylor Swift has a doctorate of fine arts. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. And Biden invokes the Defense Production Act to boost a baby formula supply. COVID cases are on the rise in Ohio, and a big sell-off Tuesday. Target's profitability went down and stock went down 5%. Yeah, I agree. We should put a mass shooting count right next to the stock market value just so we can keep them, in line. Too many numbers to keep in our head. Boeing Starline space capsule launches Thursday and reaches the ISS. And 2/3 of people do not support legalizing abortion. Finland and Sweden leaders met with Biden at the White House, and the crypto market drops 2/3 in 6 months. Some province in China hailed and flooding, never seen hail this big, as if the world was ending, locals said. Continuing, Taiwan sees record high COVID cases, and China makes the first drone carrier capable of operating on its own. Another mass shooting in downtown Chicago, 2 killed, 8 injured. Cities are not safe places to live. If you add up the mass shootings, drug overdoses, traffic, anger, you want to get out of the big city by 2030. Stat. Lost Arizona hiker found dead, but dog stayed with him till the end. Nice. Cats would either eat him or leave. A teen killed from a 10-foot deep sandhole collapse, and masks recommended for 1/3 of the U.S. Biden again is in South Korea, while North Korea could launch a missile so they could hide him in a bunker. Also, Biden is going to fly commercial planes to Switzerland for baby formula, as I've already said. And the Department of Energy just launched a $3.5 billion program to take carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and store it away. The program focuses on developing 4 hubs across the country focused on direct air capture. Deployment between 2022 and 2026, they will suck 1 million metric tons of CO2 out, compared to the billions of tons of CO2 that we emit each year. This is too little, too late. Really a drop in the bucket. NOAA predicts summer outlook. Most of the U.S. will see a above average temperature as western drought continues. Maybe all that methane up in the air. Although it is Memorial Day weekend, the unofficial start of summer, nearly 60% of Americans, or 200 million people, felt 90-degree heat this weekend. And it's only fucking May. And it's snowed in Colorado? Farmer sues Volkswagen over climate change, but the German court has doubts. 2,000 Ukrainians surrender, and Nancy Pelosi doesn't get communion because she supports abortion. She wants to save the children from climate change. That's all she says. No more controlled fires for 90 days on national forest lands. They're going to just pause doing that. It was dangerous. They accidentally lit one of the biggest fires going on right now in New Mexico. And Elon Musk messed with some lady on an airplane in 2016 and she got paid $250,000 in severance to hush up, woman.
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States. President Obama is the ex-president. And Mr. Trump, for the moment.
2 Secret Service agents went out drinking on Biden's trip to Korea and got into a drunken fight with the taxi driver. Biden told China to not do what Russia did in Ukraine. And a tornado touches down Friday in Gaylord near Michigan. Several people injured, tons of damage in EF3. Biden's approval rating drops, and gas could only 30% of people, 39% of people trust he's doing a good job. Less than that. Gas could hit $6 a gallon. Just FYI. New York City reports its first monkeypox case along with 11 other countries and 130 people total. And rolling blackouts are possible this summer, even in Arkansas. Talk about mass shootings? Wait until the blackouts. It's going to be like The Purge. The colorful bird famously featured in The Lion King is nearly going extinct. And Republicans cheered blocking Title 42, which kicks migrants out because of COVID, just for a little bit longer. Scott Morrison lost the Australian election. Finally, stocks crashed 3 to 4%. A supermarket slaughter in Buffalo and the stock market. Russia is going to block all the ports so people will start starving all over the globe. Yay. Going to be real life PUBG here soon. The U.S. is not ready for any crisis and our infrastructure gets a D rating, or unsatisfactory. America is rated on one of the least best places to live for climate adaptation. And Guatemala reappointed some corrupt dude, and chaos is on the streets there. Chaos all over the world, and aliens are watching us. What a fascinating week. So much is being revealed, and our leaders are nowhere to be found. Well, thanks again for watching, guys. Hit the thumbs up. This was your May 23rd What's Happening in the World update. Thank you for your support. I enjoy doing this program every week, and I think it's that time again for a pet picture. I think it's that time. So I'll put an email somewhere in my community feed, or you can shoot me an email at reaganp52@gmail.com. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll catch up with you next week. Ciao.